What if I tell you that you can make your brain crave doing hard work, just like scrolling TikTok? For the most of my life, I struggled to eat healthy, to work out, to focus on my studies. Even though I know those things are good for me, when it's time to act, my brain always resists. I hate that discomfort, and I couldn't get done anything. Fast forward to now, I'm always focused on my work. I've been consistently working out for nearly 3 years, and I'm actually enjoying the hard work. So I want to share how I did that. The first step is by far the most important, and yet many people overlook it. How many times have this happened? You finally decided to do the work. You sit on a table, and before you even start, your phone buzzes, a notification pops up, your colleagues are chatting loudly, you have a dozen tabs opening. Your mind has more focus in your surroundings than your own work. Are you finishing that work? Probably not. You have so many distractions, and all these things are blocking your ability to focus. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi talked about this in his book Flow, that focus without distraction is essential for entering the flow state, where tasks feel effortless and your productivity skyrockets. So you need to eliminate all the things that are blocking you to do the work. Turn off your notifications, put your phone in a different room, close unnecessary tabs. Let people know that you are unavailable in that specific moment. After that, you will see something interesting. The work will become easier to start. But there is still one more problem. It still feels boring to do. Most of the time, when we do the work, we do just for the end result. We barely enjoy the process, and we look forward to break. When we take the break, what do? We pick up our phone, scroll through social media, watch a quick YouTube video, maybe play a video game. It feels like a normal thing to do, but the problem is those activities are way more stimulating than the work itself. So when it's time to work, your brain is like, why do this boring thing when I can get that instant stimulation from my phone? This strong craving for pleasure is driven by a neurotransmitter called dopamine. You probably know about that, but it's important to understand why. These instant gratification activities, playing video games, scrolling TikTok, eating junk food, releases huge spikes of dopamine compared to doing the work, which releases just a good amount. So it's no wonder why. You must strip away all of those instant gratification activities so that the only stimulation you are getting from is doing the actual work. I once stared at a wall for an hour. It was so boring and unbearable that I went back to work just to escape that boredom. And for the first time in my life, it actually felt exciting. When you take breaks, don't make the mistakes what 99% of people are doing. Do not stimulate your brain even more. Instead, take boring breaks. Stare at a wall, maybe go for a walk, stretch, meditate, go and read a book. These things are actually good for you, and they are actually actively resting your brain. When you train your brain to find stimulation in the work itself, it becomes effortless and your brain craves doing them. But we are human. Your brain will still tell you to procrastinate. You may struggle to stay consistent. So here's a very good mental exercise that can fix that. It helped me greatly, and it's called anti-vision. Take a moment to imagine this. If you keep avoiding your work and procrastinate, what would your life look like in 2 years? Grab a notebook and write it down, really get into details. When I did this exercise, I imagined myself feeling stuck, spending countless hours on YouTube shorts and achieving absolutely nothing. It made me uncomfortable, and that became my wake-up call. Every time you feel like procrastinating, ask yourself, will this act get me closer to my goals or to my anti-vision? That negative energy is very powerful, and you should use it as an unlimited motivation. But here's the catch. Sometimes you just don't feel like doing anything. You feel so heavy, and that brings on to my last point, which is by far the most underrated skill all the top performers have. Recently, neuroscientists discovered a part in the brain called anterior mid-cingulate cortex, or AMCC. It's responsible for the brain's willpower and tenacity. The crazy part is it's smaller in obese people. It gets bigger when they diet. It's especially large in athletes and high performers. The fun part is you can grow it to get bigger. You just have to do the things that make you uncomfortable. Those things doesn't have to be big, doesn't even have to be hard. Think of it like playing a video game. Just think of some random small things that make you uncomfortable and then force your brain to do it. It can be simple as watching this video while standing up, or doing extra 5 minutes of cardio after lifting weights, or when your focus is dropping, pushing yourself to a bit more, maybe like a 10 minutes or so. That's it. Over time, your AMCC will get bigger and hard work will become easier to do. First, it's gonna suck, but if you push through that discomfort, you will get into momentum and hard work will feel effortless, and doing hard work will become your identity. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and comment below what you think. Also, roast the hell out of me so that I can improve. Thanks for watching, guys.